Contempt case against Patanjali. Baba Ramdev reaches Supreme Court. That's the update coming in. In the last hearing, the Supreme Court, remember, had pulled up Patanjali. And we're now given to understand that Baba Ramdev has reached the Supreme Court. Harish is getting us more details. This is in connection to misleading advertisements, Harish?
Yes, good morning, Swati. Baba Ramdev and the managing director of Patanjali company, Acharya Balkrishna, has just now reached the Supreme Court. Remember, on March 19, the Supreme Court had summoned them after making very scathing remarks and have been hauled up for contempt. In fact, they were summoned because on that day, they were to respond to the contempt notice, but they had not filed a response to the contempt initiated for continuing to publish what the Supreme Court called misleading advertisements of Patanjali drugs, claiming magical cures and permanent eradication of diseases like obesity, asthma, diabetes, and cancer, while they could have only claimed temporary cure. And not only that, Supreme Court took very serious view of the fact that Patanjali is not only trying to aggressively promote their products, but also running down a modern stream of chemical-based medicine like allopathy. And Supreme Court said, okay, you have a right to promote, advertise your product, but you cannot run down parallel stream of medicine. Saying so, Supreme Court had restrained the Patanjali from any further advertisements of this nature on November 21 last year. But after Patanjali continued to publish such advertisements, on February 27, the Supreme Court issued contempt notice, and on March 19, they were supposed to reply to the contempt notice, but they did not reply to the contempt notice. After that, they were summoned and asked to appear on April 2, that is today, at 10:30 a.m. Supreme Court will have a one-to-one. The bench headed by Justice Hima Kohli will have a one-to-one with Baba Ramdev and Acharya Balkrishna and ask several pointed questions as to how they can willfully disobey the Supreme Court directions of November 21, and that clearly amounts to contempt. In fact, after the summon order was issued, the Patanjali had issued an apology, had offered unconditional apology, saying that whatever happened was inadvertent, and in fact, the department which issued these advertisements was not aware of the Supreme Court orders. At the same time, they said that they have scientific evidence that their medicines are very effective, but cited the archaic provisions of Drugs and Magic Remedies Act 1954, which is standing on their way. So as of now, they have reached the Supreme Court, and the proceedings will come.
Yes, keep tracking the developments. We'll come back to you for updates. For the moment, thank you for joining us with those inputs. We're moving on now.